Hi, welcome to Great Walks with me. We're back at the ME-CARLEEN Bright Arboretum in Woodbury, Texas. This is part 2. Now, as I drove in, I saw that there was something special that I had missed. So we're going to walk back up here so I can show you this. Plus, while we're at it, I'm going to get a better filming of the fountain because I failed to get a better picture of that as well. So I'm sorry. I'll show you that plaque that showed about that veteran celebrating his 90th birthday. So there's that I had failed to put inside of the picture. I know I read it to you, but I had failed to get into the picture, so I'm sorry about that. But this right here, this means a whole lot to so many veterans. The Purple Heart. This is awarded to people who was injured in battle. Honoring our wounded military and those killed in combat, waging war against the enemies of the United States of America. You know, it's sad. This generation, they're trying to let on like the old wars never happened. But daggone it, all they gotta do is just talk to a veteran. That's all they gotta do is talk to a veteran. Let the veteran tell them what they went through. What kind of hell war is. It's a sad thing when the younger generation doesn't even know what took place. It's so sad. It hurts. You know, you tell the men and women that's fought on our behalf that it never happened. Yeah, we've also got a crane here that I'd failed to show. So, yeah. I mean, this place, it's so huge. I'm sure I didn't catch a whole lot that I could have. Anyway, here's the fountain. So, there now you can see it. It's made like a cascade waterfall. So, yeah. Alright, now let's continue on to the other half of this place. The part that I'm looking forward to showing you that we couldn't complete. We'll go on ahead and walk around this other side here because there's all kinds of directions that you can take here. Tons of different directions. I don't care which direction one would ever take, you'd still never be able to completely. I could film this again in another couple years and end up getting spots that I'd missed. Here we've got an antique rose garden given by Susanna and Scott Salmons in honor of Donna and Raymond Spence. Nice. So we'll rock in here. Look at the size of these rose trees. Oh my goodness. And imagine that when it comes into bloom. Beautiful water fountain, of course not being used, but still nice. So let's go on ahead and walk on back out here. And here is another cacti field. Now you can tell that Waco is a very dry place. Woodbury is right next to Waco, we're kind of like a tri-city. We've got Hewitt, Waco, Roadway, kind of a trio. And we're a very dry area. We get the most of our rain during the winter season, and then all during summer and fall, we end up with it extremely dry. And so like these plants that strive for water, like cacti, which is really an evergreen if it's had proper water to begin with, it turns around and it dies. And that's what you're seeing. The cacti ends up drying out. Yeah, it's a desert place. It's a desert plant, but it still has to have an adequate amount of water. That's the reason why when in the desert it rains hard, that everything that's been dying of thirst, plants and creatures alike, suck it up as much as possible, because they're on the verge of death. So the rainstorms that hits a desert is very vital. Oh, and this is a holly. My husband made sure to line it out for me, which is what I was meaning. So, yeah, we've got a beautiful, beautiful place here. Here we've got a drainage area when it rains. And we did get some pretty good rain last week. And today, once again, it's gloomy. We've had some more sprinkle. A mother's unconditional love for her children will never be known until those children have children of their own. Yep, I can vouch for that. My 3 children, my one daughter, my oldest, she's got a daughter, and she realizes now what it is to be a mother. And she'll learn as she gets older just how much it is to be a mother. A lot of drainage areas, they provide bridges for all these areas. Here's another sign about the Texas Superstore garden, like what was on the first part. I guess there might have been a sign there at one point, or just a lamp. Yeah, it looks like it was just a light. As you can see, we've got a lot of holly planted through here. Now, if I remember right, this was actually working back in 16, and this, of course, is a man-made fountain. There's a water meter here that's been ripped out. So, yeah, that's no longer functioning. Here we've got, okay, 6-legged turtles piggybacking, I reckon. Some odd sculptures. We've got another dedication here. Like I said, there are all kinds of signs here. This here is also like a Monarch race station, which is nice. Here we've got a sign that shows the different plant life that the monarchs like to habitat on. Even their migration. Don't know how well you can see that. I no longer am using the iPad, so I don't have the zoom. It'd be nice, very nice right now. Okay, here this is a Texas lilac vitex. So I'm assuming this is that. Another sign that talks about there being a lot of toxic plants here to watch your children and stuff. I am so glad that they've got that. Now if people listens or reads the signs, pays any attention, here we've got like a love set seats, Sears Place, and it reads, "The Lord will guide you always." So that's nice. There's even a bell there, an old-fashioned bell. I guess if one's tall enough, they could give a ring out to Sarah or whoever. Some more trash that people left out. Really, folks? That's how much you care about these beautiful places that people put effort in? Don't even bother coming here if you can't respect it. Another Vitex. Got some action going on up there on the road. Don't know what that's all about. We'll get a little bit more color in here. We'll take a pictures of the tulips that's over here in a little bit. There's a whole lot of old benches here that's been placed, and they're like in memory because Woodray is a part of Wright Hall that I had mentioned before. There at Wright Hall Park. This used to be Wright Hall. So a lot of these memory of people has to do with the people who were originals in Wright Hall. The memories that's been put in. Now people, I want you to see this. Another reminder to keep your dogs on a leash and clean up. There's some more bags. So this place it's got it set up for anybody who brings a dog. It really does. Be sure to clean up after your pet, please. Here's another part right here. Like we've got a miniature monument, kind of looks like the Washington Monument. This flower bed is actually being cared for by the Waco Herb. There's some beautiful tulips, another rose bush. We're going to have a whole mess of flowers blooming, that's for sure. Mint mentha. Peppermint. Cool. Neato, neato, neato. Now someone put cushions there on that bench. Welcome to our garden. Thank you. Such beauty. Really, really beautiful. When people takes care of a garden, it is gorgeous. It really is. flower gardens truly shows off God's work. All of the variety, His creation. Now this part here that I'm taking you is so cool. It's another part of this arboretum that I love so much. Look at that beautiful bush right there. Don't know what it is, but I like it. So, like, look here. We've got a mailbox here that is non-functioning, but part of the setup. This building was constructed with materials from an 1880 Pioneer Homestead, now a part of Woodray, previously owned by the Bright family. So, like, look at that. An old homestead. This possibly was maybe the barn or something, but they took material from the homestead. So, you know, that is like cool. So cool. This is Lenora's garden. Now look at this lovely lady right here. This pretty little girl. And then we got our little tomboy here. Our little man. Let you see his cute little face there. Yeah. He's barefooted. And this, like, look at the row of rocks here. The way they set them up. But this is set up. There is a gazebo right here where you can do readings or maybe a special little teaching session. Somebody got married here though. There was photos. And like up here is a it's like the hall that can be used for reception if you do have a wedding. You have to book ahead, of course. And here we go. We've got another family. This looks like it's a brass. I'll let you see these two kids' cute faces. But yes, I think this place is so beautiful. Now, they have changed this around quite a bit because this is a walking track and they have gone through a lot of work. This right here was the old way with this water fountain. And I don't think it even works now unless they got it working again. It didn't. Oh yeah, we barely have water. Not even enough to drink. But they have done an incredible amount of work here. They have extended it and everything. So in a sense, let's follow the yellow brick road that isn't so yellow. This was not here when me and my husband walked it last. It was not. So we're going to see just what and all they've done here. And we just simply follow. I mean, it appears that it goes around. But we'll just see where it goes. Looks like they are going to be adding more beautiful plants through here. Make it another walkthrough of green life. So they'll make it nice. Give more beauty and view. Because see, like they've got a flower bed here ready. And one here. So they have got a lot of ideas that they're working on. Improvements that was not here. seriously was not here. So once again, I've got some treat to me. Yeah. Another flower beds here. They've got some plants going. Somebody's got a green thumb here at this company, because you have to have. Oh, look here. Anybody can even prop their feet up. Look at that, an ottoman. Another flower bed. This is going to be nice when everything comes in full and bloom. My, this is going to be a great way to walk. As I said, this was not here. And as you could see, like, this is fresh. Then we got original right here. So they have took a lot of time out. This right here, simply, like, it looks like at one time you could have walked down to go fishing in some of these places, because there's like a little creek down there over the embankment which appears to be somewhat dry. But let's go on ahead and walk on through here. I invested in me an iPhone yesterday with higher gig because I really seriously want to continue with these great walks with you. Now right here, over here, it says Live Oak. I know you can't see it. That's the one thing I miss about an iPad, not having a zoom. But when you've got 128 gigs to work with, it'll allow me so much room to show you so much more, because there is more around Texas than what I've been showing you. So much more. This is what makes my video Great Walks worth it all. Beautiful places like this. And not all parks and gardens take the care to really make it beautiful and worth it, but there are others that really takes careful care in making you a really wonderful place. Now here is the, oh, this is the way like the land is contoured because of the creek and the rivers and stuff. I think they're just mostly talking about this particular creek. So yeah, the way that the land is more or less shaped because of it. Now, at one point in time, I had read something about this ravine. I think it was this one. The curved shape of the ravine is very interesting. Normal headward erosion occurs in a straight line out from the water, but this formation was influenced by the large root systems of nearby trees. Yep, as you can see, there is a lot of root. That right there would encourage a different flow of waters on drainage. So we'll continue on. Now this isn't a very long trail, but it's still beautiful to walk through because you're in nature. Seriously in nature, and it's so wonderful. Now up there's a work truck, so we'll not go that way. We'll come back the way that we are. But I want to show you this gazebo that's sitting out here. Now it says soft shoulder, steep slope. So I'm gonna only get so close so that you can see. This is part of the creek. Now normally it flows heavier than this, but as I said, this area is a very dry area. Fire hazard, no smoking or candles or open flame. We don't want no fire. That wouldn't pay at all. And more trash. It's sad. This is given in memory of John T. and Clara Rillis. Nice little rest area. Beautiful gazebo. Beautiful gazebo. And get a better view of this roof. Yeah, there we go. It's been here a while. You can tell with the moss that's gathering on it. And I'm going to take you on out to this point, which it doesn't go anywhere, but I want to show you the point. It appears that the path goes on that probably just goes down to the creek. Like I said, I think people has been able to fish here. But look here, we've got a little birdhouse that's been placed. Yeah, there it is. So they also provide a great haven and habitat for birds here. There is another part of this arboretum that I would love to show you, but with that work truck there, I don't know. But there is another bridge, another part of the grounds that you can walk through. It's a trail, another small trail. But I sure don't want to interrupt their work. But we can go on up this other trail. The truck isn't there. So we'll go up this way. But the other trail does go out that way and up. But that's not where we're going. We're going on up this way. Most of the beauty here is like in the parking area, but they're expanding it, as you saw with that new little trail in the flower beds. They're expanding it, and it is going to look so nice. So perhaps later this spring or sometime in the summer, I'll come back here and film this again and show you the place when it's more into its beautiful green and blossom. And this is pretty well it for now. So I'm gonna say goodbye and finish my walk back to the car because this wore me out. I haven't done walking for a while between the weather and me getting over my sprained ankle, so a little out of shape again. But I'll get back in shape again before we know it. So until next time, bye.